I think I'm live. Okay, let's check it out. Let's make sure I'm live here. All righty. I should be live on Facebook in the CYL Soulfest group, and I should be live on our YouTube channel. We figured that out. Technology, isn't it fabulous? Okay. Tanya's here. Tanya. Okay, Tanya, you want to check out YouTube to see? Oh my goddess. We did it, Tanya. I'm live on YouTube at the same time. Wow, this is so cool. So how are all our beautiful, fabulous Soul Tribe friends doing today? It's Wednesday. Woohoo! It's hump day. And there's James. Hi, James. Oh, James, I got that beautiful message that you sent me. That was really beautiful. And I read the whole thing, and I haven't had a chance to respond to you yet. But yes to everything you said. It was amazing, like what you wrote about your experiences, and I'll make sure and get back to you. That was really beautiful. You always seem to pick up the phone when I go live. So weird, right? We got this leg vibe going on, James. And Janet is here. Hey, Janet. How's it going with you today? All right, so, okay, so Tanya, I'm letting you know that just so we know for future. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay. Do you want to know where to find our YouTube channel? Yeah, okay. It's pretty weird. All right. I'm just seeing if okay, so interesting that, okay, I'm just checking out. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here, but I shall talk to all of you. So we're using a new software called StreamYard, and it's supposed to give you a better view of myself and whoever else will be on with me, because we were using Zoom before, but it was all kinds of foggy and kind of pixelated. So we're using a new platform that can actually live stream to our YouTube channel at the same time for people who aren't on Facebook. So that's kind of cool. And the feed is supposed to be a lot clearer. So I don't know, do I look clear? I guess I look clear. It's 12:15 a.m. in the UK. So you've waited up. Oh my goddess, Janet. That is so awesome. That is so wonderful. Okay, so I won't keep you waiting too long for the announcement of the book. But I really wanted to talk about, you know what, I'm going to do the announcement first, just in case you want to go off and go to bed, Janet. I'll do the announcement of the book now, and then I'll do the announcement later on as well. But I do want to talk about Diana. I want to talk about the first task. I want to talk about how Martha's going to be here on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time, Pacific Time. So that's a lot earlier for you, Janet, and I can't do the time configuration, but it's definitely a lot earlier for you. Okay, so drum roll, please. And I'm going to, I think Puck, my kitty's been like walking across my desk, and I got little black cat hairs all over me. I know, TMI. All right, so the book, ready? For next month, we're gonna have a lot of fun next month. We specifically selected this because we wanted to do something kind of fun and playful and something that you can do at home right now in your lives. So we have selected Dougal Frazier's book, Your Life in Color. All right, so next month's book is Dougal Frazier's Your Life in Color. And here's a link I'm going to post. I'm going to give you two options. If you want to purchase it on Amazon, here's the Amazon link. Okay, so it's Dougal Frazier's Your Life in Color, and we are going to have such a good time. We are going to have such a good time with it because it's something, number one, that we can do at home right now. Dougal is a psychic. He's a coach. He is a color therapist, and this is just perfect because this is going to be so healing to start thinking about what colors really resonate for us, what colors are healing colors, what colors are really good for our soul and our spirit to nourish and support us, right now. This is especially important right now because you know what? We can use all the support that we need at the moment. So if you just click on that link, you can go ahead and grab his book. We've given you two options. We've given you an option to do Bookshop, which is an independent bookstore. And we've also given you the option of Amazon. Okay, Tanya, so I went ahead and posted your comment also. So it's Dougal Frazier's Your Life in Color. And we are going to have such a great time. I love Dougal. He is hilarious. He is so creative. And when he comes on to do his conversation with us, maybe we can talk him into doing some readings, some color readings. That'll be so much fun. And he'll answer all kinds of great questions. So make sure to pick that up now, because as soon as we're done with Martha's book, which is going to be this Friday, you're going to start reading Dougal's book, Your Life in Color. Okay. So I'll come back to that as well, and we'll talk about it a little bit. He is a fabulous guy. He is amazing. So I've never met him in person, but we've been chatting on Zoom a lot because I'm just so fascinated with his work, and we're going to do some workshops together. So he was telling me that he's 6'10". Is it 6'7" or 6'10"? He's very, very tall. And whenever he and his husband walk through an airport together, people just like, he told me, everybody just looks up and they keep looking and they keep looking. They're just amazed at his height and his stature. So I'm excited to meet him in person. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely human being. He was part of the Soul Fest, and we'll talk about his Soul Fest video midway month. So here's what you need to know. Every Wednesday, you can mark on your calendar if you want to join me every single Wednesday in the group, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm here every Wednesday. Every Friday, I'll also be in the group at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fridays to talk with a guest. So I'll always have a guest on with me. And then the last Friday of the month, or as it falls, this Friday is May 1st, I will have the Book of the Month Club author with me to do a Q&A. So that's kind of fun, right? It's kind of cool. All right, so comments here. Orange cup. Orange cup. Oh my God. Do you remember that conversation with the orange cup? I don't have my orange cup today, but I've been thinking so much about orange. And when I'm done with it, I'm going to show all of you this room in our house that my husband gave to me to do whatever I want to do in as a meditation music room. And it's got all kinds of wild colors in it. And I haven't put orange in there yet, but there's blues and purples and pinks and yellows. But I need to throw some orange in there. So thank you for the reminder, Wendy. I remember that. Okay, so Wednesdays and Fridays we're here. Now, I really want to talk about Diana herself. And during this conversation, what I'd like for each of you to think of, and there are going to be spoiler alerts, at least halfway through it. I'm assuming that everybody's read it already. You've already gone through it. So I won't do too many spoiler alerts right now, but I do want to talk about at least the snake and what that represents to each of you in your life. So when thinking about the snake, we know that it represents fear. We know that it represents our monkey mind, that part of ourselves. So what part of yourself, and I'd love to see some of the comments in here, but what part of yourself is that snake mind? What part of yourself drops immediately into that fear, anxiety, frustration place? And do you know where that comes from? What story do you hold around that fear and anxiety? Because I love how what triggers that for you? So what triggers that snake mind for you? And if you go ahead and put, okay, you're 2/3 of the way through, so you won't feel spoiled. Okay, good. Oh, Janet, you finished it last night. Wasn't it amazing? So freaking good. And what I'm going to do after this broadcast, I'm going to post in the group any of your comments or questions that you have from Martha, so we can be prepared on Friday. And I'm also going to post a link for all of you that aren't in the book club. I want to make sure that we've got your email addresses. I mean, we've got all of your email addresses anyway from being a part of Soul Fest, but I just want to make sure that we've got your email addresses in a collective group so we can make sure that we're sending you updates of the book titles, links to get the book, updates on when the author's going to be in, and any other updates that we have. We just want to keep everybody informed, and it seemed kind of hard doing it in the group. We've got 8,300 people in the group, and it's been hard for you guys to find all the posts. So we're going to make sure that you get your email list. Actually, Tanya, do you want to go ahead and post the link to where everybody can sign up for the book club email list? This is specifically for the book club. Actually, I've got it right here, Tanya. This is specifically for the book club. If you want to be a part of it and you want to get notices for it, sign up here for the book club notices. Okay, so I posted that as well. And it's basically on our website, and I'll pin that to the top. So make sure and click on that link so you can sign up on our website and make sure that you get notices. Hydrating. So you get notices about, updates about what the book of the month is, so you don't have to scroll through the Facebook page and find it. Okay, so let me see if anybody has a comment. All right. Finished it last night. Fantastic. Okay, and Gretchy's here. Gretchy Poo. Hi, Gretchy. Okay, so in the book, we talk about our monkey mind, actually the snake mind. I call it the monkey mind. Think about what triggers each of you into that space. When you feel like you're jumping into fear, when you feel like you're jumping into that place, and talk a little bit about what helps you to calm that down. So for me, it is self-doubt, all the negative little what if questions. Oh, James, that's perfect. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Yes. So the first task, and I'm going to read this directly from Diana, from Martha's book. The first task, because the snake represented the first task. That was her lesson. That was the first task, right? Awakening can almost be defined as absolute freedom from fear, a state most people never experience. We tend to grip the memory of trauma and imagine terrifying futures, traits that make us the most anxious, neurotic, destructive creatures on earth. Learning to see the present moment as fundamentally safe and benevolent is bewilderment bedrock and the purpose of the first task. So the purpose of the first task is to see ourselves in the present moment as the universe is a safe place, as being almost in a state of innocent, childlike, in a state of love, in a state of wonder. The steps of this task, which are extremely simple and always available, is to calm the reptilian aspects of your brain, moving your nervous system out of the fight, flight, freeze state into the rest, restore, rejuvenate setting. So it's learning how to calm that reptilian brain, to calm all of those anxieties, because when we do that, when we're able to calm our bodies down, it gives messages to the brain that releases a different chemical into our body, right? Thus creating calmness in the brain, in the body, and in us spiritually. Okay, very cool. I recommend you use them whenever you feel afraid and at any other moment when you'd like to relax and feel better. If you do this, task 1 will gradually become an automatic response, and peace, not anxiety, will become your usual state. So over the years, I've done a lot of studying, with different teachers. And what I've learned is that when we practice that muscle of wanting to change any type of behavior, and fear is sort of that limbic response behavior, when we practice it over and over again, those muscles get stronger and stronger. And so our bodies have actually a different physiological response whenever we go into fear or panic. So if I'm continuously practicing over and over again how to calm myself, it'll go faster and faster each time. All right, so let me go ahead and read some of your responses that you've put in here, because I love having a conversation. This is not just a one-way conversation, even though I kind of feel like I'm doing a monologue sometimes. A more general answer to the fear question. The inner critic comes up as well. Too fat. This is what James has written. Not smart enough, or other forms of not good enough. I totally get that, because I'll get that as well when something triggers me. You know, I have this trigger, and I'm going to just share very openly, of being left out. That's like one of my number one pet peeves, of being left out. Now, of course, that doesn't come from adulthood. Of course, that comes from something in my past where I probably didn't feel good enough, or not likable, or not lovable. And so that old pattern comes up over and over again in different situations. That'll get triggered for me. And so I have to calm that part of my brain, because that's a very fearful part of my brain. I get like major FOMO, right? So it's when that comes up for us, James, and I think you know this, is to calm that part of ourselves down. And then I'm going to get to that part in a second about what Martha talks about to calm it down. Arlene, I absolutely love this book. You're practicing the task at a time. I know. And what we're going to do is that we are going to start a group so we can start practicing one task at a time. And maybe I'll beg Martha to do something for us around that. Oh, Liz, I literally just painted the phrase you just mentioned about being safe in the universe. I just finished it up. It is still drying. Oh, I love that. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see you post it in here. Janet, not believing in yourself. This is a perfect way. This is a perfect time to start practicing every time that comes up, to shift it, to change your thoughts, to change your body chemistry, to do the exercise to calm that part of your brain down. Gretchen, reptilian energy is rising to the surface so we can really shift the hold it's had on us for eons. Yes, yes, it's time for us to master this. Oh, right on, Gretchen. It is absolutely time for us to master this. And the more we practice it, the more we practice that muscle, the stronger it gets. It's just like when you're lifting weights, right? And when you're lifting weights, let's say you're only lifting weights with your right arm, and you're lifting weights and working it out. That muscle's going to get stronger, but the left one won't. So it's the same way with our bodies and our brains, with our thoughts. The more we practice over and over again, calming that part of us down, the stronger it's going to get. Comparing myself to other people is what Janet said. Same here. Oh my goodness, constantly comparing myself to other people and other businesses, right? I do that constantly as a businesswoman. I totally get it. Your monologues are perfect. Thank you, Gretchen Poo. Yes, not being picked. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Not being picked. Okay, I like that. I like that. And there's a way to heal this. There's always a way to heal something. There's always a way, no matter what. And it's like peeling away the onion. We just have layers and layers and layers that we discover about ourselves. It's so perfect. Okay, so I want to go on to the next part that Martha talks about. Okay, you ready? So the task begins with slow, deep, even breathing. Humans are one of the few non-aquatic mammals that can voluntarily change the pace of respiration. Love that. I'm going to say that again. Humans are one of the few non-aquatic mammals that can voluntarily change the pace of respiration. Rapid breathing is part of the fight or flight reaction. Slow breathing is part of the relaxation response. You can fool your brain. Oh, this is so perfect. You can fool your brain into thinking you're in danger by breathing shallowly and rapidly. And you probably do this a lot. Happily, breathing deeply and slowly will flip the switch back to your rest restore system. So start your bewilderment. I can't even say that. Bewilderment. Yes, I can. So start your bewilderment practice and process with a long, sighing exhalation. Then keep taking slow, deep breaths. Not so slow and deep you get lightheaded, but the sort of breathing you do when you're asleep. Okay, so let's do that. So something that Greg taught us is he has a touchstone. And so I don't know if I'm high enough up in my chair that you can see this. What Greg does is that he'll take 3 or 4 fingers and touch it to his heart, his actual physical heart. And he tells me that he touches right here. And that helps him immediately. That's like his signal. You know, you've heard of, I think you can see this, you've heard of tapping. So this is almost a form of that in a way. So what Martha Beck is talking about is tapping into that place of you. This is like your touchstone. So if you're in a space, if you're not in a space where you can fully put your hand on your heart, which is what I typically like to do, I just typically like to put my hand fully on my chest. You can just do a light tap, and that's a reminder for yourself. And then again, what Martha's talking about here is slowing down your breath. So let's all do that together. So inhaling on the count of 5 or 6 seconds. So let's do that. So 5 or 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When Greg was teaching me this, he talked about inhaling on 5 and exhaling a little bit longer to make certain that the breath is completely out of your body. We can also do that with an ah sound. Wayne Dyer used to teach this actually in meditation. Ah, the sound of God, the sound of Shalom, the sound of Allah, the sound of Adonai. Adonai is God in Hebrew. So that ah sound, tuning into spirit. So it can be inhaling for 5 seconds. Let's all do that. And exhaling on ah. Ah. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Ah. It's different from Om. It's different from the Ah meditation that Wayne does. That's a longer meditation. It's a longer exhalation of Ah. But this is something that will slow you down. Give your body the message. Give your brain the message. We're not in panic. We're calm. We're in rest. We're in restoration. All is good. All is safe. And it does bring us to that place of centeredness. I can feel a shift within myself. Let me know. Do you feel centered? Do you feel a little bit calmer, a little bit clearer? Let's do that again for those of you just joining us. hand on your heart or just fingers on your heart. We're going to inhale for the count of 5, and we're going to exhale for 7 seconds with ah. Inhaling and exhaling. Ah. Oh, I love doing that with the ah breath. And it doesn't have to be forced. It can just be like, when you're sighing and you just go, ah, very similar. Just, slow it down a little bit. Okay? And that will give messages to your brain, and that will shift your body chemistry. Oh, just beautiful. That was nice, right? Oh, Kelly, I love that the first task is breathing. So great. Okay, breath mirrors the mind is what Gretchen has shared. Breath mirrors the mind, and mind mirrors the breath. We are able to control this switch. Yes, Gretchen. And Gretchen, of course, was one of our Soulfest teachers. Yay. Hi, Christy. Good to see you here. All right. Any questions about that at all? Anything that you'd like to share? I'd love to hear what some of you would like to share with that experience. Have you ever tried this? We're trying it right now, and I'm assuming that none of us are in panic at the moment, but have you tried this when you've been in panic, when you've been in fear? And share with me your experiences of how it has shifted your energy when you've been in that state. How has your breath, how has touching your heart while breathing, and also maybe sighing while doing it, the sigh that the God, Shalom, Adonai, Allah, brings you into that calming space. James said that. Sonia Choquette talks a lot about that practice. The that opens up the heart and connects us to spirit. How could it not, right? Shalom, hello, goodbye, peace, right? Okay, you're still here. Oh, Janet, you're still here. You still haven't gone to bed yet. And now it's really, really late in the UK. All right, so I'd love to hear your experiences about that. How has that served you? How has that helped you when you've been in fear? If there's something that triggers you, use it throughout this week, and I'd love to hear some of your feedback. I always forget to breathe when I get triggered. I need a reminder, like a code word. Well, one of the things that you can do, Kelly, is what Greg does. He just touches his heart. He just touches his heart chakra, and actually the physical location of where his heart is located. Because the heart is also communicating with the brain. So when we when our breath speeds up, of course, our heart rate speeds up. And so it's sending messages, it's actually communicating with the brain to say, we're fucked. Sorry, guys, but yeah, I have a little bit of a potty mouth. So the heart is saying, we're in trouble, sending messages to the brain. The brain then sends chemicals to the body, and the body then sends us into a panic attack, right? So it goes, the breath, the heart speeds up, the heart sends it to the brain sends it to the body, and then, whoops, we're off and running, and we're in like this panic zone. However, when we touch our heart, when we do that simple act of touching our heart, it's like a little communication to the body going, oh, okay, I need to slow my heart down. I need to slow my breath down. I need to change the brain chemistry. I need to let the body know that we're safe. I need to let the mind know that we're safe. I need to bring spirit into body. So there's so many components working here just by this small little exercise. Touching. Breathing slowly. Releasing to the releasing to God. Releasing to God. Releasing to Shalom, peace. Releasing to God, Allah. Releasing to Hebrew, Israel, Adonai. Interesting how there's an ah sound for Allah, Adonai, Shalom, God in English. And that brings peace into the body. That brings peace. That simple exercise. How cool is that? Like Snickle Fritz. Snickle Fritz, Janice. Yes, whatever that is. Trigger, brain, body reaction. So next time when I get triggered, I'll touch my heart and breathe using ah and exhale to stop the reptilian mind. Exactly. The breath out. Make space for the breath in. Exactly, Regina. That's beautifully stated. Janet, yes, I get claustrophobic, and I have had to do that when I've had a CT scan. And how has it worked for you? Janet, how has that worked for you? Just doing the simple act, touching, breath in, hold for a second, release 7 seconds on ah. I'd love to know next time if you have to do something like that, or next time, anytime you get triggered. Perfect, perfect, perfect response for the body. Okay, let's go ahead and continue reading what Martha says. All right. All right, so she says, at this point, ask for help from whatever benevolent higher power may or may not exist. If you believe in a metaphysical realm, that belief can be useful. Call it faith or call it the placebo effect. Either one will calm you down, which is all we're after. Of course, strongly disbelieving in metaphysical reality may create a nocebo effect, or the blocking out of any help that may actually be there. Since you can't prove or disprove the existence of a higher power, experiment. Ask for help with an open mind and see what happens. You may use any method, prayer, spell, ritual, ceremony, as you wish. Use anything that you wish. I just say, help. So Martha just says, help. Oh, that is so cool. All right, I love that. So as you're breathing in, as you're going through this, and I believe that it's worked. Okay, perfect. So as we're doing that, and we're sort of a little bit of a step ahead of what Martha shared with us, by using the word God, by using the word Shalom, Adonai, Allah, we're actually calling upon help. We're actually doing that. So as you're inhaling, help, whatever it is that serves you, universe, angels, God, spirit, great spirit, whatever it is that works for you, and then exhaling with ah. Oh, I love that. I love that she reminds us to ask for help. How many times have we been in a situation, and I know that I've done this, where I've been in a situation and I forget to ask for help. I forget to ask, okay, I've got a whole team of beings and light beings around here. My mom, Ariel, oh, another ah sound, Ariel. Ariel. So it's asking for help, calling in that help, and maybe on that ah breath, the release of the ah breath does that. All right, next. Oh, this is so great. Offer loving kindness to the frightened part of yourself. You don't have to feel peaceful to do this. At first, it's just noise. But our nervous systems are geared to respond to soothing sounds, especially kind words spoken by a soft human voice. All right, so let me say that again. Our nervous systems are geared to respond to soothing sounds, especially kind words spoken by a soft human voice. So if you're alone, although you may feel foolish at first, try saying these words out loud. May you be well. May you be safe. May you live in joy and peace. These are based on Tibetan loving kindness meditation mantras. Oh, that's beautiful. So you can also say to yourself, may you be well, or say out loud, may you be well, may you be safe, may you live in joy and peace. If somebody wants to type that in, that would be great. So it's may you be well, may you be safe, may you live in joy and peace. Oh, just love that. The Tibetan loving kindness meditation mantras. May you be well. May you be safe. May you live in joy and peace. Oh, that is so beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. If you're not alone, when you decide to repeat task 1, and you must repeat it often if you want it to work. It's like that muscle that we were talking about. You've got to keep training and training and training it. So you've got to do this task over and over and over and over and over again until your body, it becomes a habit, until your body doesn't go into that fight or flight when it has that trigger. You must repeat it often. Just think the kind thoughts, but focus on them as entirely as you can. So when you're focusing on it, and another teacher taught me this, it's not just focusing on it, it's also feeling it. So when you're saying, may you be well, may I be well, may I be safe, may I step into joy and loving kindness, may I step into joy and peace, may I step into peace. I suggest adding terms of endearment like sweet friend, dear child, or anything else that feels soothing. I used to feel ridiculous doing this. Me too. If you agree, just notice the stream of worry and misery your inner monologue is used to blathering at you. Is that really preferable? I'm just saying. Is that really preferable? How does it serve us? And I was having a conversation with Janice about this the other day in our office, well, actually on Zoom. How does it serve us to stay stuck in those negative thoughts that we have about ourselves? How does it serve you in your life? What is the purpose of it? And that'll also help you to heal that. If you write out, I've been doing a lot of journaling lately about how does that serve me? How does that negative talk serve me? What is the payoff for myself? And once I understand the payoff and what the story is, then I can go about and healing it. Then I can go ahead and start accepting these loving kindness messages that Martha talks about in the book. So when she's talking about, and I love this, what she says here, for task 1, adding those terms of endearment like sweet friend, dear child. When do you get to speak to yourself like that? This would be wonderful to be added to that exercise. So let's add it to that exercise right now. So let's go ahead and touch our hearts. All right. Touch your heart. You can put a full hand on your heart. So touching your heart, taking in a slow, long, deep breath for 5 seconds. Inhale. Hold it for a moment. And as you exhale, say to yourself, sweet friend, may you be safe. May you be well. May I feel joy and peace at all times. Sweet friend, dear child. Again, inhale. Hold it. You can exhale with the ah breath with God. Ah. And say out loud, sweet friend, may you be safe. May you be well. May you feel joy and peace. Ooh. Did you all feel that shift within yourself? Share with me your experiences. Share with me, oh, Tanya, you just figured out that it was sharing from the back of the book. May you be well. May you be safe. May you live in joy and peace. Oh, that is so exquisite. When we give ourselves those messages, rather than the messages of that negative chatter, that monkey mind, that part of us does not speak the truth. That is not the truth of who you are. That is not the truth of who we are. It is simply not true. And the more we exercise the muscle to tell ourselves who we truly are, that voice gets stronger and stronger. And every time that negative thought or those voices come up in your mind, you get to tell yourself, sweet friend, may you be well. May you be safe. May you live in joy and peace. And slow down that breath. Yes, yes. Can I hear a yes, yes? Oh, Janet, you shared that when in a fearful situation, I tell myself I can do this. I love may you be well, may you be safe. Yes, may you live in joy and peace. Gretchen, thanks for putting that up there. Okay, yes, it's so perfect, the perfection of it, right? The total and complete perfection of it. And doing this over and over and over again, especially for what we're all going through right now. Right? Fear has been coming up for me. Sometimes I wake up in the mornings and I know that I know all of this, and I'm waking up feeling sadness, or I'm waking up feeling anxious about it, or an oh shit moment. This is perfect when I do this. It completely calms that reptilian mind down, as Gretchen has shared with me many times. Gretchen is an amazing hypnotherapist, and I've done work with her. And she's hypnotized me many times, and we've done in between life sessions, which has been so fascinating. But she has the most amazing, soothing voice. And when Martha Beck was talking about speaking with yourself, but our nervous systems are geared to respond to soothing sounds, especially kind words spoken by a soft human voice. Well, I just want to confirm for you, Gretchen, and you know this, your voice is so soothing, it's so calming. And now it makes sense to me why when we've done hypnotherapy work, you have that just such a soothing voice, because our nervous systems do respond to it. So thank you, dear friend. Oh, Evelina, perfect. The best way to start your day. Exactly. All right. James, thank you for joining us. All right, so just a few reminders. Andrea says, may you be well. Okay, you put down the mantras. I love that. Okay, so just a few reminders. Number one, we are doing our next book of the month. Next month is going to be Dougal Fraser. Your Life in Color is the name of his book. And we are going to have so much fun with it, because maybe we'll do some exercises where one day we all wear orange and see how we feel, or one day we wear purple, or one day we wear blue, or one day we wear black, and see how it affects our energy. But he is a psychic. He is a color therapist. I am so excited. I've had so much fun talking with Dougal Fraser. So there is, Tanya just posted the Amazon link and the bookshop link where you could go grab the book, because we're going to start the conversation. We're having a conversation with Martha on this Friday about Diana herself. So make sure you pick up Dougal's book right away, because then next week we'll start talking about Dougal's book. So make sure to pick that up right away. Okay. And another thing that you guys need to do is make sure and sign up for our email list for the book club. We've gotten a lot of feedback from many of you that you're having a hard time finding the information about the book club, and when we're doing Facebook Lives and when I'm doing conversations about it. So this is the easiest way for you to do it, is if you sign up for the email list, and we'll just send out reminders to you. It's just a way for us to stay in touch with you. So let me go ahead and grab that link, and we can post that link right up here. And here we go. Let me just post that. so we know who needs to get the announcement about the book club and who doesn't. We don't want to just send it out to everybody. We just want to make sure that you get the link and that you just get those emails, so we're not bombarding you with everything else. Okay, it is separate from the newsletter, Tara. So I would go ahead and sign up for that as well, so you know when we're going to be in here doing the Facebook Lives. Is he from the Outlander series? Oh, that's a really good question, Gretchen. I don't know. I have no idea if Dougal is. I don't think so, but I can ask him if he's from the Outlander series. All right. Okay, so that's it. That's it for now. I'll see you guys on Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here. Remember to practice the first task. Remember to practice the breathing. All right? Make sure and get your book. Sign up for the book club email list, so you get all the updated information right away. You get the latest and greatest information right away. Okay, so I'll see you 1 p.m. on Friday, Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, Tanya. It's 4 p.m. I think I've officially run out of being able to talk right now. Okay, that's it, you guys. Love you all so much. Mwah! And I will see you on Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that's it. Mwah.